Alright, welcome to another LEGO City update. I've got quite a lot to show you, what we've been up to the past couple of weeks. Starting over here with Thieves of Tortuga. And this was awesome. It's a lot bigger than I expected it to be. Like three base plates wide, really. I've put it on the 3 base plate wide mills plate. There's a little bit of room on either side, but it is massive. But really cool. Lots of different types of buildings. Could have done with a few more figures, but then looking at it like that, it sort of makes it look busy enough. And who's not got a load of pirate minifigures hanging around anyway? But yeah, really good. Yeah, just put it on a whatever that colour is. It seems like it's light, but I think it's probably medium as the colour that the plates came with. For that, yeah, stuck on the mills plate, make it a bit more sturdy, a bit easier to transport. But that's now the first real part of the pirate area. And then we've got Barracuda Bay, which is on its also 3 mils plate base plate, 3 mils plate base, 3 base plates wide mills plate. Yeah. Ray the Castaway was here. Is that what it's called? Ray the Castaway? This guy. This was part of the accident where the shelves fell over and this and Rivendell fell to pieces. Still haven't put that together again. I don't know where the pieces are to put that back together, and it may be easier just to get a new version of it or construct it from the pieces that I've got. I've got the ship in slight disrepair from Eldorado Fortress, and then the actual Barracuda Bay, which is, I still think, my favourite LEGO set. I'm really loath to turn it back into the ship. I tried it and it just doesn't look as fun. It just looks like a generic ship, whereas like this it looks fantastic. I know it doesn't make any sense having some sort of shipwreck island right off the coast of Tortuga, but it's LEGO, it doesn't need to make sense. I want to see the set as it is, so it's staying like that. Lighthouse in the back is temporary. I think we're going to get Ominous Isle to go in the back there, and then move the lighthouse out of the display totally for now. And then we've got Eldorado Fortress finishing it off. Not totally sure what I'm going to do with this. Obviously it can be displayed in different ways. I'm not sure that's the best way to display it given this location. I'd like to make it a bit bigger. We'll see what space Ominous Isle takes up and then move on to that. And you can see, just peeping into shot here, we've got, I also built Ninjago Workshops, which wasn't, if you saw a video a few months ago, I wasn't all that enthused about. I actually really enjoyed it. It made me regret putting light kits in these sets. So far, Gardens, Docks, City all have light kits in them, and it just takes away from the playability. Like, I'd like to be able to get these out and take the floors off, play around inside, and you just can't because it's just an absolute mess of wires. Like, alright, maybe I didn't get the best light kits, but they're just a mess. Gardens is a little bit neater, but even still. I have a light kit for markets, I'm just not sure. It does look awesome when it's all lit up, but it really takes away from the playability of it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. It's not quite like a modular building where you can get those wireless connectors. It'd be too difficult with a set like this, I think. Not impossible, but not really worth the effort. For the amount I have the lights on, probably not worth it. But anyway, I've tried loads of different configurations with this, and this is the one I've settled on for now. So we have City, Docks and Gardens. Then we have a 8 wide path gap between them, and then we've got, there we go, workshops and markets, and I've just stuck the Zane Shrine from the garden set just at the end there, just to finish it off. But if another one comes out, I can shuffle it all over, put it there. I feel like I've future-proofed that a little bit. So yeah, just need to get some tiles on and finish that off. Means boats can still get down, little boats anyway. We'll leave Destiny's Bounty under the table for now, I think. Unless we'll see what happens with that corner. I do have a space here as well, in front of Tortuga. I think I might put Riverside Scholars there. I think it kind of fits a little bit better there than it does in the fantasy area, but we'll see. Yeah, so we've got Pirates going into Ninjago, and quite a lot of progress made there. Back over in the city, a little bit less progress, but we've got the foundations in place. So I've mills plated everything. If you look back to the last video when I set this cultural quarter up, just using base plates, we have got mills plates everywhere now. I am, next week, going to put, I've been rebuilding the Chinese festival sets that I've got. I'm going to make a little diorama with those just for a couple of weeks probably, but may as well get some use out of them. I think I might swap the tram line over to this side. I quite like that I could put a station outside the train station, but I don't like that the tram line is going to come to an end here. So I either need to make it end, and properly end, or move it over here where we can imagine it extends out beyond the tables. Not sure. If I put it there, I guess maybe I could put a little stream, but then where does the stream come from? It feels like it's there for the sake of having a little bit of water feature, and I have enough water features to be getting on with, frankly. Again, that's just an old bit of terrain that I had a fort on. It's just there temporarily, just so I'm reminded where all my burps and slopes are when I need them. The museum, I talked last time about putting it back onto its base plate and getting rid of the basement floor. I've changed my mind. I saw a photo, by chance really, of I think the Berlin National Gallery, and it was a standalone building with this kind of staircase set up. So I thought I'd have a go at mocking up a little staircase setup similar, and see what it looks like. I really like it. It now makes sense for me that it's like a standalone building. So if I continue this, like tidy these up properly around the sides, light it up, finish the basement, and we can call it project done. There's some more detail to put here. But yeah, I think that now makes sense, and I get to keep the basement. I have ordered some extra bits for the basement for an interior exhibit for the Scooby-Doo Museum. I don't remember what the set is. Scooby-Doo Museum stuff. Mummy Mystery. Who knows? Anyway, I've got some pieces to add to that. And then the mills plating continued through over here. Not sure what building we're going to go with here, Hooper's or the noodle shop. But yeah, we've got mills plates all along. We have a little interesting gap here as well in the corner, like a 16 by 16 where we could do. I've missed a mills plate. How have I done that? A 16 by 16 plate we could do something with. But yeah, this is in a really good place just to chip away at it now. I feel like little manageable jobs, nothing major. That's really good. I've done not a lot with the downtown area. I have moved the skate shop up here because it fits with what I was planning for over this row with the police station and this is Lumi Brick skate shop and the Lumi Bricks music record store. Don't remember what it's called. But yeah, we've got plans for all this bit, but not done anything with those yet. And that's it for the city. So let's now move over to the fantasy area, which has seen a few changes since the last time. Mainly the position of the frosty, wintry mountain. That is now going to go right at the back of the Viking village in some sort of mountain lake rather than the sea. That acts as like the foothills to the mountain. We then have Hogsmeade, which will be, as I said before, I'm going to take them off the base plates, turn them into individual shops and create a little village. We'll probably move the back wing, maybe. And then in the corner, I missed out on the Bricklink Mountain Fortress, so I'm using that as inspiration to create, like heavy inspiration, to create another sort of ice tower fortress. I'm just mocking that up in studio at the moment. I might try and get Helm's Deep included in it if I can, but if not, there'll be some sort of ice fortress at the back, and it will be at the back, so it can be tallest and snowy, which sort of makes sense. Coming down into Lion Knight's castle with some medieval village, and then blacksmith will go because it's out of scale. I'm going to dismantle it. The outlaw wolfpack den. I'm rubbish at set names. The Britlink, the new one's coming out in March. I've pre-ordered that. That is going to go there, I think. So I'm going to hold off on the medieval village until I've done that. We know how much room that needs to take up. We've moved the keep from the Dungeons and Dragons set out to the front. And then these are green plates, but that's only because I didn't have any other base plates, any blue base plates left after the pirate area. So this is going to be more sea, ignore the tall neck, seaside market. And then I've got a gap in the middle for something else, not sure what. And I have, you can just see tucked under there, next to the box of Duplo bricks, the Orient Express. I'm happy with that peeking out. I enjoyed it. I haven't got room for it here. I still sort of think it's on display. I'd like to make it part of the scenery, so we could add a little bridge, so it goes over the water, so it kind of makes sense that it's in the whole world. But future project. So there we go. Quite a lot, really, I've done over the past few weeks. And more to come. Got a few more sets to build. And then the Chinese Lantern Festival area, we're going to do that. So we have a seasonal park for the first time ever. I say I'm committed to doing it. I think I've got like 2 weeks. I'm sure it'll be fine. So the next video might well be that, or it might be I didn't get a chance and I've done something else instead. We'll just have to wait and see. But thanks for watching this one. Bye.